here on Vaughn Radio, where every Saturday morning we try to interact with you, bring you as many things as we can that relate to our young people, our children, and of course the general public. DeAndre has been asking for the entire year to lead out, and so this morning he got his early Christmas gift. As you can all tell, DeAndre cannot say that he did not get anything from me from me for Christmas. So Merry Christmas, DeAndre, and of course Merry Christmas to all of our listeners out there. We are in the studio, and DeAndre, how does it feel to be in the studio this morning? It feels very. It feels weird. It's very festive. I love it. I love it. It's a lot of. I love Christmas. I love Christmas, right? So we are here this morning, and we're in full Christmas mode, and we just want to wish all of you from the start of the show a very Merry Christmas to you all. I pray that you have a wonderful day on Tuesday with your various families and friends, and that you're able to celebrate with them, that you're able to celebrate life, that you're able to celebrate love, that you're able to celebrate the entire year, and as we conclude the year as well, that we can start thinking about what next year will look like. DeAndre, did you have any Christmas greetings that you wanted to share with anyone out there? And we're gonna... Oh, okay. All right. So, do you have any Christmas greetings that you wanted to share with anyone out there, or any words for our audience?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to say Merry Christmas when it comes to. I call her my auntie because she acts like my auntie, so I call her my auntie. So she is. I don't know her last name though.
That's okay.
I call her Auntie Tanya. She lives in Texas. I like to say Merry Christmas to her when it comes, and my godmother, Auntie Angie. Yeah, I call her Auntie, but you
understand. It's when you say auntie, it's because it's respect. You're respecting that person, and so you call them auntie out of respect. I get it.
Yeah, because like I just call.
Yeah, not biological. But they act like it, like you said, and it's a way of showing your respect.
Okay, like if you just call them their name, it's like
it's disrespectful for a child to do that. Yes, it's disrespectful actually. So you're doing the right thing. Okay, go ahead. So
but
Auntie Tanya and Auntie Angie?
Yeah.
Okay, from DeAndre? Anybody else?
And I would like to say Merry Christmas to my whole family on my mother's side, on my father's side, the ones in Jamaica. You know, my grandmother went to Jamaica, so I like to say Merry Christmas to her because she's not spending the Christmas
with you.
Yes, sad.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Is this the first time that you're having Christmas with your grandmother that you can remember?
No.
Okay.
Last year was the first time.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, last year and 2016, yes, I had Christmas with her twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas to your entire family then, DeAndre. And we know that you will have a wonderful time. I know you already geared up. You talked last week about your Christmas preparations. I don't know if you did anything additional this week, but I know you spoke last week about them. And so...
We had one problem.
We had a problem. Okay, what's the problem?
We don't have a Christmas tree.
Yet. Oh, you're not going to get one this year. Are you too old for a Christmas tree?
No, okay. It's just like how my mom has the baby. And
oh, yes, you told us that. The ornaments.
Yes.
We did talk about that a few weeks ago in terms of preparation. So we opted this time around until she gets bigger.
Yes, Mommy just got a little table to decorate.
The
table.
She said,
this is the gift
table.
Just put the gift there at the gift table. So, okay.
That's new. That's different. But in life, you have to always make adjustments, right? And it's a good way to show that it doesn't matter even if you don't have a Christmas tree, you can still celebrate Christmas, and that won't stop anybody from giving you your Christmas presents. But you just have to make a slight alteration, a slight change, because of the fact that you want to make sure that the baby is safe, right? Okay, and so we're going to allow for anybody who also wants to share greetings. They can share greetings with us as well, and we'll kind of chit chat We're going to see how far DeAndre has gotten with his project. I know he has not even bought the peers yet, but we're checking to see how far he has gotten with the project. And we're going to have a good dear old friend stopping by sometime this morning to share with us as well. Not a guest. We can't call him a guest because he's a dear old friend. And so he'll stop by with us. DeAndre, I think we're going to go into Christmas Carol mode. So we're going to play our first one, Christmas songs. Caribbean flavor.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. gather round, an adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Facebook Live and One Radio's YouTube channel. And we are here with our Christmas edition of Youth on the Go. We know that many of you would have tuned in and heard the Christmas songs playing, but it's because it's Christmas. It's very festive in the studios. We have ornaments, we have tinsel, we have lots of beautiful decorations. And so we know for sure that Christmas is almost here, and we want to celebrate with you and, of course, give you your updates as per usual. And if you would like to send early Christmas greetings to anyone, you are free to do so. Mr. Bramble is here.
Yep. Always
Okay.
a pleasure.
So, of course, DeAndre said, when you said dear old friend, I knew who it would be. And so Mr. Bramble has stopped by this morning. He's bringing some updates, but he's bringing his own personal cheer above all else. So, Mr. Bramble, anything that you have for us in terms of updates?
Yes. In terms of update right now, going into the season, we're a little bit relaxed and getting ready for next year. Next year, we're going to be starting out with the high school basketball tournament, and you know as well we're going to be going into the track and field season. Another event that we will be having is another basketball league right after the high school league in Brownhill. And I have to send out kudos to the winners of the last league,
Yes.
Gingerland, Dynasty Ballers. They won the league in Church Ground, and actually I'm really proud of them because there's a lot of youngsters on the team as well. Kidge especially played a heck of a game. Like, he played really well beyond expectations, and a lot of the youngsters up there are playing really good as well. And I have to give kudos to Evroy Liebert, who's doing a really good job in coaching them as well. Another update that we're having right now, we're in conversation with a school in Illinois, Notre Dame, which is an all-boys school. And what they've sent, or what we're discussing, is that they are all looking for athletes from the Caribbean to attend their school on scholarship. So right now, coming in 2019, we'll be starting the youngsters, and they're looking for high school athletes to be a part of their school, play also whatever sports you're versed in, football, basketball, track and field. So all you have to do is register. You pay the registration fee, of course, but you'll be getting a scholarship, and this scholarship is a high school scholarship, but it will make the transition into university a lot easier, and you get a lot more exposure being there. And it's just a lot better for the young athletes to take this opportunity to actually go out and try to be a part of something a lot bigger. Hopefully the parents don't really mind having their kids
That's the
traveling.
part. That's the part.
Just traveling and being a part of a school while they're not
Here
at home.
with them, yeah.
Yeah, but it's for a better purpose for them to be away and try to get a decent education out of it and transition into university a lot easier.
I know you said you're in discussion phase, but do you know as yet what age they'll probably start taking them at? 15, 16?
I think they start at around 14, 15.
14, 15, okay.
Yeah. So it's basic. It's from grades 10 and up.
Okay.
So basically like first form.
10? No.
No, I mean,
That's
to
fourth,
10.
third or fourth.
Yeah.
Third or fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Fourth, right?
Yeah.
No, it's 7 to 10.
7 to 10.
Yeah, 7 to
Okay.
10.
Okay.
So around like first, second
First,
formers
yes.
onwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that school goes up to 10th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't go to 12.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I think
okay.
that's the
Oh, but they would
Thing
take
of it.
them in between 7 and 10,
Yeah.
and then, so that they could develop them and get them ready.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, because they don't start doing competitive sports until 7th grade. So that would make sense. All right. So, parents, that's something to start thinking about. I know, like Kelvin said, we might have some apprehension because of it's a high school age opportunity, but at the same time, it's something that we can all consider. So we look forward to hearing more about it next year, early next year, as we explore that opportunity. Like Kelvin said, they're in discussion phase.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's something to definitely look towards. And we've talked so many times here about allowing your children to mesh academics with their interest in sports, and to have a balance, that we don't ever have them just leaning towards one or the other if they're athletically inclined. And so this, as I said, would be a good opportunity, a great opportunity if the parents are comfortable with it, and getting them into that system allows them to start training towards the bigger things. And of course, as you said, giving them the opportunities for college, because if they can do well, if they can handle high school, it's a trial period to take them through the college years.
Yep.
Okay, and then basketball league, you said, would start next
January.
in January. Okay.
Yes. Both leagues, actually. We're going to go into the high school league first, and then leading into Brown Hill Basketball League after. Reason being is because a lot of the players now in high school are actually a part of some of the teams, some of the larger teams. So Eagles have a few high school players. Gingerland have a few high school. Even Cotton Ground, Brown Hill, most of the players, especially Brown Hill and Gingerland, are mostly high school players, young players. Hopefully, Craddock Wood would be coming into the mix, because I know there's a lot of young athletes over there
You didn't
ready
hear
to
me
play
say
ball.
that. You didn't hear my cheer.
Yeah, and right now we're doing a lot of renovations on the basketball
Yes.
courts around Nevis. So we're really trying to encourage a lot of the youth to come out and play basketball as well. Not just youth, but adults. But if the youngsters don't see the adults taking
Okay.
charge, I would suggest that they become leaders
Yeah.
and create their own team. And if you need any help, just give me a call. I have balls and stuff that you can give to some of the teams, especially young teams, to help them practice and so on.
Okay.
And any type of
Assistance.
assistance that they might need, I'll be able to help them with.
I know you might not be able to provide coaching assistance for everybody, but do you have any technical assistance? Would you offer technical assistance to the various teams as well?
Yeah, definitely. Right now, with my team, with Brown Hill, I coach, coach. We run practice every Monday and Wednesday. I have no issues with anyone coming and join the practices every Monday and Wednesday. So if they want to come and join, the more players we have during practice, the better the practice will be. A lot of people, the reps might be reduced a little bit, but we could structure practice around that to make it a lot better, and so that everybody could get their reps the same way.
All right. So those are the updates, and as you said, track and field season is coming.
Yeah.
So I know people are getting already hyped. People are starting to ask about the various sports meets, when the schools will be having their sports day. They want to know when the Nevis High School Championships will be happening. You know, it came back on stream about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we're going to the third year since it was revived. And then we have the inter-high school championships in St. Kitts, and we have inter-primary here in Nevis, and we also have the Giant Malt relay competition.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very busy first
As,
quarter.
as usual.
Yes. And then you throw in basketball and all the other activities. It's going to be a very busy first quarter for our young people, but it's an opportunity for them to all stay active.
Yeah. And
Even if you're
develop
not
their skills.
athletic, if you're not an athlete, you can still benefit from some exercise and some activity. And so we want to encourage everyone to participate as much as you can, remain safe. Usually we bring out a special edition where we talk about how to remain safe during warm-ups. Marcellus usually comes in with us, and we talk about how to remain safe during the athletic season, how to make sure that you avoid injuries as much as possible. So we'll be exploring all of those things, but we were just here to get a quick update from Mr. Bramble. How did the Thinel Martin Cross Country Classic go? We didn't get to do a follow-up on that, but was it okay, well attended?
It was actually well attended. We had a good turnout from the schools, and some of the clubs participated as well. I don't remember exactly all of the winners,
Yes.
But the turnout was really good. The athletes ran really good. We didn't have any issues.
Wonderful.
And to me, it was a really good turnout. It was a really good event. A lot of the athletes were really happy with the event as well.
Okay, awesome. So then we know that's annual as well. So
Yes,
I mean,
definitely.
there's so many things, and it's a good start to the track and field season.
Yeah,
Cross country
a
element of
good
it.
warm up.
And I also love the fact that we separate the cross country out into a formalized way, because I know internationally this time of year, towards the end of November, December, they're focused on cross country before you go into the official track and field season. So we're actually mirroring international practices, which I think is also something that is good. I know each school usually has their own individual cross country events in during the first month or two of school, but it was good to see the cross country classic as well as the CSS cross country event, both taking place at the end of this year, which I said mirrors what obtains generally throughout the. I know when I worked in Texas, that was the norm to have during that first semester. You start working on cross country, and then you go into full fledged. So they actually separated cross country from the track and field general, just because, well, using the rubber track. So they would do the cross country first semester, and then second semester they went into the other track and field events. So that's something that we can definitely look into further, but kudos to all who have done well, and I know that this year has been a very busy and active year, and so and you're already planning for next year and working towards next year, so we look forward to seeing and hearing great things.
Yeah. The one thing I really would like to make mention of is the PE officers who actually got their athletes to come in and perform, and they did really well in giving us information on how best to run the event, and also they gave a little bit of help during the event as well.
Wonderful.
So I would really like to thank them as well as the crossing guards and everybody who took part, the sports officers, everybody who took part in that event.
Okay, so we are, as I said, looking forward to hearing all of the activities, about all the activities that are coming up, and getting all of our dates. So when you come back the next time, I know you're going to have dates for us.
Yes, definitely.
For what's coming up, and I know people are eagerly listening because they're looking out for the release of the big dates, the big ones. They want to schedule their time around the individual schools, sports meets, as well as the general collective sports meets. So listen out first thing in early January, not the first show, but early in January, you'll be able to hear more about what we have for you, for our children and young people in the area of sports. We are at the bottom of the hour. We're at the bottom of the hour.
That was quick.
That was quick. Yes, we just got the update, and then boom, we're there. And so we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to go back into Christmas mode.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the Powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather round. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channel. We are here with you on Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. It's almost Christmas, and you can feel it in the studios, you can see it in the studios, and of course you can see it on my face and hear it in my voice because I absolutely love Christmas. And my favorite part of Christmas, DeAndre, is
Your black cake.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, just in case anybody's wondering,
rum cake.
No, black cake. Let's call it black cake.
That's what it is.
All right, Melissa, it's the bottom of the hour. Over to you.
Okay.
It's fruit cake. It's fruit cake.
It's fruit cake. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, you're speaking the children language.
No.
No, it's
Okay.
fruit cake. It's actually fruit cake.
All right, Melissa.
It is now 9:33 in the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Well, we want to say a pleasant good morning. Happy Saturday to Lee Paris, Cambridge, there in London, England. Good morning, Lee. Happy Saturday to you. I know you are waking up to a wonderful, wonderful day there in England. So good morning to you and your family. From all of us here at the Eastern Caribbean's Powerhouse, we are, as usual, we have you in your prayers. And special good morning coming in from Auntie Vanny, as usual. She is constantly thinking about you, and she's hoping that you are doing well. Happy Saturday also going out to you from Zanella and DeAndre and all the rest of the Youth on the Go crew and the Von Radio crew, to you and your family, your daughters, your son, your mom and dad, and of course your sister here in Nevis, Tracy. I know she is, there, and she's happy, and she's making sure that everything that you have started down here is going smoothly with Pink Lily and all of that. So happy Saturday to you and yours.
All right, and a special Merry Christmas to you, Lee. Forever our motivator and our inspiration. And so we hope that you have a wonderful and enjoyable holiday season as well. Melissa, it's Christmas. We're playing Christmas music. We're allowing persons who want to call in to express their Christmas greetings. I want to extend Christmas greetings to my entire family, and a special greetings going out to my family, my paternal family, as we would have lost my grandma last Sunday. So as we go through this season, and we're celebrating and we're celebrating her life more than anything else. And so even in the midst of it and sadness and missing her this Christmas, we also know that it's a time when we get to celebrate the time we had with her. And so greetings going out to my entire family. All right, let's play one of our nice little... I love bouncing to the Christmas music, even if it's Silent Night. All right.
We in the Caribbean, we try to put a little
flair. Yes,
a
we need
little
something
flair,
with a little bit of
flair
yes,
to it.
we need a little oomph. All right.
Oh yeah? Rough and ready, rocking and jamming you. You know something? All heaven break loose this Christmas. Come, they told me, ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. A newborn king is
All right, welcome back. And of course, you know, we're listening to Christmas music. We're having fun here. We're chit-chatting in between while we listen to music. And so we are here with you on Youth on the Go. If you want to send out greetings to anyone, Christmas greetings, feel free to do so. DeAndre, we're here, and Kelvin, we know the age-old tradition in Nevis of, for young people, for children, they look forward to Christmas Eve in Charlestown.
Yep.
Last night my niece was telling me, she's like, can we come down to town for Christmas Eve? I mean, it's a big deal. I think it's because they're trying to persuade their parents to buy more toys. I think that's the biggest part of it. No, it's not it? What is it? What do you look forward to on Christmas Eve,
Don't give it
DeAndre?
away, DeAndre.
Okay.
It's fun. It's a lot
More
of fun.
children come to Christmas Eve for fun.
For fun.
They know
Fun.
what fun means.
Fun.
Okay. Oh, they
Yes.
know what
Fun.
fun means.
Yeah,
fun.
they
But
know what fun means.
I think it's that they come to get extra presents. That's
No.
why I'm sticking by that, because they
They
always
don't.
want to go into the stores
Yeah, that's the start.
or run
That's
up and
the
down
start.
to the streets, and then you have all this and music. I mean, last night
Definitely
felt
just
like
run up and
Christmas
down
Eve.
the streets.
Last night felt like Christmas Eve. It was very festive around the square. Lots of people were, mulling around, moving around. Music was playing. It felt like a pre-Christmas Eve. So it's not there yet, though. Because on Christmas Eve, the last time I went, I hadn't been for a long time, but I went last year because I forgot to buy one present, and I never forget to buy my presents because I don't like the crowd. But last year I forgot, and so I went out on Christmas Eve night, and there were so many vendors selling. They had
what they're
tents,
Everything.
umbrellas, set
Everything.
Up. They had the mini tents set up with their tables, and they had food stands.
Then,
And I was like, what? It feels like a mini carnival.
It basically is. It honestly basically is. A lot of the kids go into the stores with their parents and stuff. They look at all the gifts, and all the vendors have different toys and stuff on selling on the go as well.
Why are you
And-
talking like this?
Like what?
Talking like
Y'all know what they're
huh?
Y'all saying that Christmas Eve is for when you're getting gifts and you go down and you buy your gift, but you all know that's not really what happens.
No. We're saying, I'm talking about what
Y'all?
is there.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about what I know happens. But what I know the last time is that I saw children out there with their parents. They were all up and down the place. So you hear pop, pop, pop. They had those little
Okay.
mini
Oh, okay.
bombs.
Okay.
That's
You
the
see?
biggest part of
Okay.
Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. Yeah, that's the part that excites DeAndre. But the part that got me, because I'm not somebody who's going to be up and down with the mini shoo, pop, pop. That's not what will get me excited. What got me excited was just the general feel. With all the food stalls and that got me excited, DeAndre. I have to talk about what got me excited. But the food stalls, the toy stands, because in my mind, from the last time I went, which was many moons ago, you were just going into the stores and navigating through the
Really?
stores.
When I was a kid, I went into probably 2 or 3 stores, and I was literally just to buy bombs.
By what?
Huh?
By what?
the mini bombs that you go
Oh.
pop, 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 pop,
Oh.
pop, pop. Yeah.
Well,
But I
fire-
think the
firecrackers.
firecrackers,
Yeah.
they
It's
yeah, true, yeah. But the children love it. As you get older and your ears become more sensitive,
Yeah.
it affects you more, and it's not as it's not as exciting.
It
For
kills
that
you
part,
sometimes.
that part
frightens
isn't
you.
is not that exciting.
Honestly, to me, it's more of a all-night 4th of July.
Yeah, that kind of feel. So you have the festive, and I love it. I
Yeah.
love
Never felt
that we
4th of
come out.
July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
never
that's
been.
something that you will do in the future
Sad.
sometime. But yeah, you get that general festivity, and I feel like a mini carnival feel in
Yeah.
Charlestown.
You know
And it's just really nice.
what I don't like? When you go to the one of the what is it called? One of those little shop
The stalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go to one and all the fun things are finished and they don't have any more, that's one thing I hate. Like,
They finish fast. Do they usually
Yeah.
finish or fast or?
Fast. Really fast.
So
Yeah,
the
they
parents.
finish
So
fast.
okay, DeAndre, tell me from a child's perspective. The parents just give you the money and let you go around to buy at the stalls, or do they
Okay.
hold your hand and take you to every stall?
okay,
Okay.
some like 4 or 5 and under do that. But if you're gonna look at like 9 and over, you'll not see that.
So
But, like,
9-year-olds run wild in town,
Kind
buying
of,
what they
yeah.
want.
Yeah, but like
Wow.
for me, like I would say like, okay, like this is for real. My dad, like he goes at this bar, right? And I'd be like, Daddy, can I go for get some money to go downtown? And he said, what you want? I say, something to eat and want some bombs for Christmas. He said, okay. And then he'll just give me $20. I said, this is all you get for the night. So go and then come back. So I go, come back.
Fun.
I didn't get nothing to eat, to just buy peanut butter. And when I
my
come back now,
gosh.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
But yeah, I know that the children. I think 8, 9 is a little bit low. Probably about 11ish, maybe. Because I would definitely follow
I was
my
10,
I would definitely follow my niece around holding her hand. And she's 9.
Nobody would want that to know.
At 9, yeah.
No, it's like your parent. Like it's like if somebody was doing me that, it would be so embarrassing. Having this big lady like, oh, can I get this? And then you look at the back, you see all these people watching you. Like, for instance, you're the only person in that section with a parent. And you're like, Mommy, can I get this, please?
Yeah, but that's called parental control. It's very important, okay?
No, but you'll feel embarrassed. You know how the days get modern, you'll feel embarrassed. You're like, oh, look at
Modern doesn't make it correct, DeAndre. Modern doesn't make it correct. But we're going to take a short break. We're reflecting on Christmas Eve in Nevis. We're taking a short break and we'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts. Keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners or viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook Live. We are here on Vaughn Radio. We are celebrating Christmas. We are youth on the go. I am Zanella Claxton alongside my co-host,
Mr. DeAndre Daniel.
Mr. DeAndre Daniel, and we have...
Kelvin Bramble.
Okay.
Our daily friend, as Zanella would say.
Yes, our dear friend.
Co-host.
And co-host.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I forgot that part.
Yeah.
And co-host. And we're celebrating Christmas. We're talking about Christmas Eve. But DeAndre, Kelvin, one of the things that I want for us to remember, even as the children go out on Christmas Eve, is the safety element. I know that it might be embarrassing for your parent to hold your hand at age 11.
Very embarrassing.
DeAndre, but the important thing is that you have to remain safe as well. You have to be mindful of what is happening around you. They have the mini firecrackers that people are popping. You have to make sure you don't get burned. You have to make sure you don't buy things that can burn, that can get you, injured or hurt. And you also have to ensure that you are remaining safe. When everybody leaves, that you lock your homes properly. When you get out of the car, that you lock the door, because there are other persons who might not have for Christmas and they don't think about doing it the right way and the moral way. And we don't want us to have persons, your homes or your vehicles being robbed. That's a reality. If you don't put measures in place, you open yourself up, make yourself vulnerable for certain dangers. you can't stop every single possible threat, but you have to be careful and cautious.
Best to be
and
prepared.
Best to be prepared. You also have to have a plan, DeAndre, with your parents as to how you would meet with them or what time frame do you have to walk around and come back.
That too.
Check-in schedules. I believe in check-in schedules.
Yeah.
If you can't walk around with them holding your hand, you check in with
check-in
me on the
schedule.
hour, every hour.
I know some parents usually just will let their kids go, but let them know not to wander off too far. Set limitations.
Stay
like,
within your visuals, so you can see them, but they can't go with a certain way. You know, they walk around there with their friends, but you can see them. That's something that I like that one. They should consider. But check-in schedules are good for an 11-year-old. It can be a physical check-in schedule where you physically come. For example, I'm going to be at this store. You can check in with me there. Sometimes it's going to be a phone-in check-in schedule where you call in at
a certain
time,
Yeah.
because it's going to be hard for you to hear your phone ringing during the time you are in the crowd and
Yeah.
music.
In the crowd,
And
music
that's
everywhere.
everywhere.
Fireworks
So that's why
everywhere.
Yeah.
You should call them, not them call
Yeah,
you.
so you have
Yeah.
to call in. That's why I said the check-in. You call the parent. You let your parent know, okay, I'm here, I'm good. Because the parent trying to call you, that's not going to work out when you're trying to have fun. But it's important for rules, parents, children. It's important for rules to be set now, because having them running wild and willy-nilly isn't always the best. And it depends on their age. Yes, you have to keep your eyes on a 9-year-old, even if you're not holding their hands the whole way. Don't let them go too far out of sight, because at the end of the day, they can get hurt. They can slip in between a crowd. They can get lost, and it's hard to get lost in Nevis. That's what we say.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
but in crowds like that, at a certain age, some children wouldn't know how to find their way back to you if you don't have a good check-in system. They might see somebody they know and have to ask somebody to take them home or something like that. But it's best to have a plan going into Christmas Eve. I also know that there's a pageant. I think there's a pageant on Monday night.
Yeah, county.
Right? There's a pageant on Monday night, so some persons will be going to that as well, and that's an option for an enclosed space, so you don't have to mull around so much. But I think the boys especially are going to enjoy running around with their little firecrackers
Yeah.
for
As per
on
usual.
Monday night, as per usual. Yes, DeAndre?
I have two things to say. I remember about the phone thing.
Mhm.
One night, right, my mom was trying to call me and the phone was vibrating. I felt it, but I thought
Felt
it was
it's
something
music.
else.
Yeah.
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 That's one thing that catches me all the time.
Yeah.
And I had one more thing to say. Oh, wait, yeah. Wait. Okay, you remember the time when you said, right, to call and check in, right? Like, I would be gone from 7 to 10 in the night. But sometimes my father said, like, I have to come back because, like, if I call him,
He
doesn't
won't
know
hear
if
you.
it's something
Yes,
having me, somebody
yes,
having me, and,
yes.
like, telling me to say.
That's a
like,
good idea, too.
So he says that I have to come back and check on him twice between those hours,
Okay.
from 7 and 10.
Okay, that's a good idea too. And I also like you said he wouldn't know if somebody has you. A good thing for all parents to do generally is to have a distress word, a safe word.
Yeah.
So if somebody has you against your will, you have that word or that phrase that you say to let your parents know that something is wrong.
Pinopolopathis.
It could be a made-up word. It could be a phrase, something that would that's your internal secret password. So that's a very
inside,
valuable
your inside communication.
and that would tell them, I need help, I'm in distress. And that's just something to have across the board. It's good to remain consistent with it, even when you travel, so that you know that if you ever say this particular thing, then that means something is wrong, right? So that's something to think about, parents. I love that, DeAndre. But if they're not physically checking in, some parents drop them off downtown, and I'm not encouraging or condoning it at all, but some parents drop them off downtown and they don't stay. And so they'll have to check in via phone. If that's the case, make sure you have your safe word that you can say to your parents if you feel like you're in danger, if you feel like you're in distress, or if you want them to come get you. Sometimes you're in a certain situation and people are doing things and you don't know how to get out of it without seeming uncool. That's not even a word. You know, you want to remain within the calm. You want to remain in the cool guy. So you don't want to say, I don't like that you're doing this, but you're ready to go home. You want to get out of the situation. That's another way, another code that you can have for your parents to know, I'm ready to get out of the situation. My word for come pick me up is, and when you hear that, it's I'm ready to go safely, especially for teenage boys and teenage girls, because you don't ever want to say, Mommy, come pick me up, please, and your friends are hearing, because, you know, but if you have
I'm not shy to say that. I'm not shy to say
okay.
that.
But for some people they are, and sometimes people are doing things they're not supposed to be doing, and for you to, an exit word is always something that can be considered. All right, we are just about wrapping up. We're gonna do any Christmas greetings, Kelvin?
Christmas greetings to everybody out there listening, family and friends.
Everybody out there, family and friends. Okay, then family and friends.
Have
Everybody there.
one question. Would you rather, if you're small, would you
We were
rather?
small.
Yeah. Would you rather go by yourself, like go and get your shopping with the bomb and those things, or go with a group?
It depends.
A group is sometimes smarter.
You?
Because my friends will be people who know my standards, and so we'll be having fun together. To go from stall to stall by myself can become a bit boring with all the activity going on. But if you can chat and laugh and joke around with somebody in good, clean fun with a group of people, 3, 4 people who we set up before, I will go with a group.
I'm thinking more economically. I'm just thinking you go with a group, you might be able to get deals. So
how are you gonna get deals with a group, Kelvin?
What you go to buy if you're gonna go buy some bombs with a group?
They would say exchange it for me now. Exchange
you could easily tell the person, look, we're in a group, so you could just give us like a little discount because of all of us buying at the same time.
Yeah,
so
cool.
he's gonna buy 5, he's gonna buy 5, I'm gonna buy 5. You could just give us like a little $2 discount.
Yeah, because everybody
give
buying
us something extra.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay, I didn't think about that, but here we go. If I were a teenage male, and I am a teenage male, here saying that they would. For females, we're all about social. Generally, girls are very social creatures.
Yeah.
And so it's all about who can I hang with, who can I lime with, who would I talk to while I walk around. We won't be walking around looking for firecrackers that easily anyway. And so for us, it's more about, and that's why I guess I was talking like that, DeAndre, at the beginning, because it's always been more about, let's go to the store and see what they have. Maybe we can get some lip gloss.
Yeah,
Maybe we can get,
that's
you would
the female side of it.
Yeah.
You would hardly see any girls down there by themselves or with any type of bombs.
Yeah, no, definitely not. We've been looking for maybe a nice purse or something like that. No matter if they're teenagers or nice pair of sandals or flats or some
walking
jewelry.
back and forth up the road.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You know, one time, right, I was by the shop buying something and I see one girl walking back and forth up the road because she has nothing to do.
Yes.
I'm like, why don't you go? She said, no, she's walking back 6 times, up and down and back up.
It would have been easier if she had a friend with her because they would have stopped at every store and looked around at the clothes. And I think that's what it was. In the beginning, DeAndre said, don't act like you don't know what goes on. But what I was talking about is actually what went on in my world.
Oh.
So the boys' world is very different to the girls' world
Yeah.
when it comes to Christmas Eve night and shopping. But all in all, please do not forget the reason for this season. We are celebrating Jesus' birth. We are not focused solely on the firecrackers and the gifts and all that. We have to think about the greatest gift. And so on behalf of all of us here on the air, we wish you a very, very, very Merry Christmas.
One last note, the St. George's Christmas party is tonight.
I think all of them are tonight. St. John's and St. Paul's, I know, is also at occasions.
Yeah.
They're tonight?
Yeah.
Today, this afternoon, I think.
Yeah, I heard it was
This afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this afternoon.
But you said tonight.
Okay, it was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
This afternoon.
Okay.
St. George's, you said, is where?
St. George's, I think, is halftime playing field.
Okay, and St. John's and St. George's, that one is taking place at occasions.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the other parties are, but we are done. Have a very Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Good day.